I didn't mean to fall through the floor. 1 second I was mocking the diplomatic council on Xynarka Prime with a pineapple martini and a speech about thermal neutrality. The next, KRKKHH. The ground groaned beneath me like a dying star whale. Then came the drop, and the poetry. Down I go. Fate's plaything, how rude. This cave smells like someone overcooked food. Yeah, that's the rule. I recite bad poetry when danger spikes. It's not a joke. It's a neural failsafe accidentally fused into my mind after a memory reset therapy gone wrong. I was trying to forget, and X got this instead. And now I was tumbling through molten roots and steam vein shafts like a damn pinball in a lava arcade. I landed hard, shoulder first, against sizzling black rock. My jacket caught fire. My boots hissed. I rolled, slapped out the flames, and groaned. Fire-kissed stones and fractured spine. Whose death trap floor was this? Not mine. Shut up. The voice echoed like a blade. Sharp. Alien. Female. Very angry. I looked up. Correction. I looked up into glowing amber eyes framed by heat-rippled dreadlocks, a snarl of jagged teeth, and a humanoid body built like a predator sculpted in volcanic glass. Viekri, the heatborne exile. I had read her file. She once melted a tank during a marriage proposal. Great. Look, I didn't mean to. I held up my hands. She lunged. I ducked. She missed by inches and punched a wall. The stone hissed, then liquefied. She turned slowly. Her skin shimmered with internal heat, like magma was whispering beneath the surface. I could smell sulfur. And fury. You carry the cooling curse, she growled. I'm just sweaty. You smell like the Nile and earth. Oh, alien wrath, so warm and bold. Your cave etiquette is rather cold. Her eyelid twitched. Are you mocking me? No, just narrating. It's a brain thing. I do poems under pressure. Trust me, I hate it more than you do. Her heat spiked. The temperature in the cave rose 5 degrees instantly. Leave now human. Believe me, I would love to, if not for the giant slab of rock that fell behind me, blocking the only way out. She spun. Her fist met the slab with a splatter of sparks. The slab didn't budge. I leaned against a rock, trying not to pass out from the heat. My Titan-class biology could handle a lot, but this was cutting it close. Okay, I muttered. Think, Ryker, you're stuck in a melting cave with an unstable alien warrior who thinks you're a prophetic ice cube, and your only superpower is heat absorption and involuntary slam poetry. A rock hissed as it cracked open beside me. Viekri turned her head. She was breathing harder. Her hands trembled. She wasn't attacking anymore. She was struggling. I looked closer. Her body was overheating. She wasn't furious. She was losing control. You're going critical, aren't you? Her lip curled. I can handle myself. No, you can't. You're boiling from the inside out. Your people undergo thermal purges every 3 moons. It's been longer than that, hasn't it? Silence. Then, soft. They exiled me. Said I'd burn the spires. I stepped closer. Carefully. You need to cool down. Touch me, she growled. And you die? To die by fire or live in steam. What lovely ways to end a dream. Enough, she shouted. I gritted my teeth and surged forward. Hands out. The moment I touched her arm, her skin flared with heat. But I focused, let my body do what it was engineered to do. Absorb. Heat flowed into me like a solar tide. My muscles tensed. Sweat poured. But I held. She gasped, staggered, then collapsed. She didn't burn me alive. That was new. I knelt beside her, chest heaving. My veins glowed faintly. I probably looked like a campfire trying to cosplay as a man. She looked up, dazed. You absorbed it? Don't get too excited. I'll be glowing for hours. There was a long silence between us, broken only by the groaning rock ceiling. Drips of molten or fell nearby. I don't understand you, she whispered. Join the club. We have jackets. They melt quickly down here. A distant rumble shook the walls. Another cave-in? No, a thermal quake. This planet was known for them. We had maybe 30 minutes before this entire pocket collapsed. I glanced at her. She was still on the ground, still unstable, but lucid. You want to live, Viekri? She didn't answer. I stood, offered a hand. I know you want to burn everything down. I've been there. Trust me. But if you help me, I'll help you get out. No tricks. Just survival. She looked at my hand like it was made of ghosts. Then, finally, took it. Her palm was warm, not scalding. We stood together in that steam-choked hellhole. Two exiles bound by bad decisions and worse luck. And maybe, just maybe, a shot at redemption. From falling floors to flames so dire, we walked together through the fire. She rolled her eyes. This is going to be insufferable. Welcome to my life. There are 3 rules to surviving in a thermally unstable, half-collapsing cave with a genetically modified alien warrior who thinks you're her prophesied freezer unit. Don't say anything stupid. Don't touch the walls. They bite. Don't fall in love. I had already broken 2. Viekri moved like a predator born from obsidian. But now she limped. Her core temperature had stabilized, temporarily, after I absorbed enough heat to roast a cow. We walked side by side through a narrow fissure, steam whispering from every crack like ghosts arguing in the dark. I thought humans were soft, she said, voice hoarse. We are, except me. I'm the kind they send when diplomacy fails, but nukes are overkill. She looked at me, head tilted. So, you're the in-between insult? Basically. I grinned. Think of me as the galaxy's middle finger. In darkened halls of flame and ash. My humor's dry, my brain is trash. She smirked. Was that a smirk? We reached a fork. One path glowed red, a soft in a rock. The other, pitch black, but cooler. Laugh, I said. Heat vents that way. We stay low. You smell the heat? No, I am the heat now. Long story. Bad poetry. Trust me. We moved deeper. Every step echoed off stone, like the planet was remembering old wars. Xynarka Prime had been bombed centuries ago during the Searing War. The tunnels beneath its surface were built by a species long extinct. The Valrics. Rumor said they had melted their gods to build cities. Fitting, I thought, glancing at Viekri. She looked like a Valric's monument with trust issues. Then the quake hit. Crack! The tunnel shook. A wall split. She shoved me back. I hit the rock hard. She was screaming something, but my ears rang. Firelight burst from a cracked artery in the wall. Then silence. She knelt beside me. I blinked. Her hands cupped my face. You still alive, Earthborn? Her voice was soft. Yeah, I rasped. Just a concussion. Maybe a nosebleed. Possibly enlightenment. She stared at me. Those golden eyes no longer wild. Just tired. Maybe even scared. I lost control again, she whispered. That tremor, it triggered my core. Not your fault. It is. My kind, we don't get second chances. The fire chooses, and if we burn too long, we're cast out. She turned away. They call me cursed. Said my heat came from betrayal, that I let emotion feed the flame. I stood slowly. My ribs hated me for it. You're not cursed. You're just overloaded. Like you? I laughed. Exactly like me. A pause. Then she asked, What did you do, Elias? Why were you cast out? The air shifted. I hadn't told anyone in years. But here, trapped under a planet with a lava-blooded exile who saved me twice, something cracked. I sat down. There was a hostage crisis. I said, Human kids held by a cartel on Ellerin 5. They told me, don't negotiate. Just stall till they send in a strike. She listened, but I broke protocol. I made a deal, gave the cartel asylum in exchange for the kids. Everyone lived. Then why were you punished? Because Earth doesn't do mercy for enemies. We do cleanup. They stripped my badge, called me compromised, and left me off-world. Viekri didn't respond for a long moment. Then, you save lives. I broke the rules. Good. If rules are chains that strangle grace, then I'd rather burn than lose my face. She looked at me. No mockery, just understanding. And then the moment shattered, with a sound like a god clearing its throat. A roar echoed from below, a deep, reverberating growl that vibrated the floor. What the hell was that? I asked. Cave beasts, she said grimly. They feed on heat signatures. You're glowing. Great. I'm dinner. Not yet. She stood, wavered, caught herself on the wall. You're fading, I said. My core's reigniting. Too fast this time. I moved to her. I'll take more. She shoved me back. No, you'll fry from the inside. Not if we do it slowly. She bared her teeth. You'd risk that for me? What's life without a little steam? And rescuing heatborne queen. Stop that, she muttered. We both smiled. Then we heard the hissing. Dozens of eyes open in the walls. Glowing. Clicking. The cave beasts had found us. Time froze. Heat-Crazed turned to me. Can you still fight? I can do better. I stepped forward, arms stretched wide, body pulsing with stored thermal energy. From Earth I came, absurd and hot. I'll melt you beasts like coffee pots. She stared. Your battle rhymes are offensive. Thank you. They attacked. 3 lunged. I spun, flinging heat in arcs. My hands became solar whips. 1 beast screeched and collapsed. Heat-Crazed joined me, eyes blazing, her body flashing with flares. She fought like a comet in humanoid form, fire, form, fury. Back to back we battled, words and heat, roars and laughter. And through the madness, something clicked. We moved together like dance partners in a burning cathedral. Every dodge, every strike. Synchronicity forged in pain and poetry. Eventually, silence fell. The beasts hissed retreat. The tunnel burned dim. And we stood alone, breathing hard, surrounded by scorched stone and cracked echoes. She touched my chest. You held too much heat. You'll collapse. Probably. You didn't have to do that. Neither did you. When you pulled me from the wall back there. She looked down. Then quietly, we're alike. You and I hope not. I snore. She chuckled, then stumbled. I caught her before she fell. I need rest, she whispered. My control, it's slipping again. I carried her to the cooler corridor, sat her against a stone. Her body trembled. Her core was rising again. Too soon. She looked up at me, eyes glowing faintly. Vulnerable. Why you keep helping me? She asked. I didn't answer right away. Then I said quietly, because someone once helped me, and I didn't deserve it either. She closed her eyes, and for the first time, she didn't look like a monster. She looked human. They say the only way out of the cave is through the sunlit pass. Problem is, the pass is lethal. The Valrics carved it millennia ago to channel thermal energy from the planet's core. To walk through it unprotected means being flash-cooked in 7 seconds. 12, if you're lucky. Elias Ryker, he had maybe 15. 20 if he didn't breathe or blink. But there was a bigger problem. Heat-Crazed was dying. She sat slumped against a cool wall, trembling, heat rippling off her in waves. Her core temperature had surged past safe limits. Even her molten skin flickered with instability. You need to go, she whispered. Leave me here. Elias crouched beside her. Can't do that. I've walked through worse with worse for less. But leaving you? I must protest. She groaned. Not again. I'm not letting you die in a hole, Heat-Crazed. If I did, who'd argue with my terrible rhymes? Her lips twitched. Small victories. But the truth pulsed in her skin. She was a furnace on the brink of implosion. If they waited any longer, her body would detonate and bury them in lava. We're going through the pass. Elias said. You won't survive it, she hissed. He pulled something from his belt. A strip of dark fabric. Heat-Crazed blinked. What is that? A blindfold. Why? I made a stupid rule years ago. If I ever had to walk through fire, I'd do it blindfolded. And I make it poetic. You humans are insane. We call it dramatic flare. He tied it tight over his eyes. With darkness near and lava's breath. I blindfold fate and laugh at death. She stared at him like he was an ancient god's rejected poem. And maybe he was. "Can you still carry me?" she asked. "I can do better." He bent down and lifted her, one arm under knees, one behind shoulders. Her heat soaked into him instantly. His skin began to blister. Still, he held her close. She gasped, "You're burning." He grinned. "Not yet." The pass waited like a mouth of flame. A straight, 20-meter corridor of light, lava mist, and ancient carved glyphs. Elias stepped forward. Every second inside raised his body temperature. His veins glowed. His boots melted. Through God's old veins and firelight's kiss, I carry madness draped in bliss. Viekri clung to him, eyes wide. She saw it all, the light licking his skin, the cracks forming along his jaw, his teeth gritting as every step became a battle. "You're going to die," she whispered. "Then I'll do it impressively." The floor cracked beneath him. Lava surged. He leapt. Midair, a flaming beast rose from the wall. One of the cave beasts reborn from stone and hate. Its jaws opened. Elias couldn't see. He trusted the poetry. "Strike now, blind soul, and don't you miss, or die in heat's corrupted kiss." He twisted midair, slammed his fist forward. Direct hit. The beast shattered. They hit the floor. And then light. Real light. Cool air. Open sky. They made it. He stumbled forward, past the sun-scorched arch, and collapsed on the grass outside the cave mouth. Smoke hissed from his skin. He pulled off the blindfold, blinking. Above them, twin moons glowed. Stars danced. And Viekri was crying, not sobbing, just one molten tear, carving a trail down her cheek. "You did it," she said. "We did it." She leaned into him, not for warmth, but comfort. Hours passed. They sat together under the night sky. Elias wrapped a foil sheet around his shoulders. Still steaming. Viekri rested her head against his arm. Her heat finally regulated. "I was ready to die," she said softly. "I know. Why didn't you let me?" He didn't answer for a while. Then, "Because you looked at me like I was worth saving. And I forgot how that felt." A pause. "You still rhyme badly." "Forgive my verse, its tragic tone, but I'd rather rhyme than die alone." She smiled, a real smile. Then boom, behind them, the cave mouth collapsed. Steam burst into the sky. She looked at the rubble. "Guess we're not going back in." "Nope." "Then what now?" He stood, stretched, offered a hand. "We walk." "Together?" "Unless you're still planning to melt me." She took his hand. "No," she said. "You cooled something in me. Something I thought was dead." He looked at her. "I'm still figuring out what that means," she added. "Take your time." They walked toward the jungle skyline. Two exiles. Two broken pieces. Fitting together, slowly. Not perfect. Not healed. But no longer alone. In molten dark, a bond was cast between a ghost and fire's outcast. And though the stars still burn above, we found in hell a kind of love